Jumbo, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna talk about the different types of vegetarian diets. Something I love about being vegetarian is the fact that there is no one way of doing it. You can actually have your own custom vegetarian diet. If you've been thinking about becoming vegetarian but you haven't been sure about it, then this video is gonna show you that becoming vegetarian is actually not complicated. On top of the list, we have the vegan diet. The vegan diet is a diet with no meat, no fish, no poultry, no eggs, and no dairy. Vegans also typically avoid any foods that contain any of the products I've listed as ingredients. So vegans only eat plants. And as of 2022, I'm officially a vegan babe. Yep, we went vegan. Number 2 is lacto vegetarianism. Lacto means relating to milk. So for this diet, meat, fish, eggs, and poultry are excluded, but dairy and dairy related products are still consumed. So for somebody who is a lacto vegetarian, they still drink milk, they still have cheese, they have yogurt, and they have everything related to dairy alongside with plants. The third one is OVO vegetarianism. This one excludes meat, fish, poultry, and dairy, but consumes eggs. So somebody who is an OVO vegetarian, they're gonna have eggs and they're also gonna have plants. Number 4 is Pescetarian. This one eats fish but still excludes dairy, poultry, fish, and meat. Number 5 is lacto-ovo vegetarianism. This one's easy to guess because it's a combination of two that we've already talked about. So it's a combination of lacto vegetarianism and ovo vegetarianism. So for this diet, eggs are still consumed and dairy related products are still consumed alongside with plants. So before I became a vegan, this was the kind of vegetarian diet I was practicing. I was still consuming dairy related products, and I was still having eggs. Before I talk about the last 3, because they're a little bit controversial, I want you guys to see that you can combine these 5 different types of vegetarian diets that I've mentioned in a way that works for you. For example, as I mentioned in my case, I was lacto-ovo vegetarian. So I was still consuming dairy, I was still consuming eggs, but I was not consuming any poultry and I was not consuming any meat. And by meat, I mean beef, pork, and all that. So you could decide to do something like fish, eggs, dairy, and plants. That's still a vegetarian diet. Or you can decide to cut out the dairy and just do fish and eggs and plants. You can literally come up with just something that works for you. The other one is Pollo vegetarian. So Pollo in Spanish means chicken. For this type of vegetarian diet, poultry is still consumed and they may also consume eggs, dairy, and fish. But then other forms of meat are avoided. So other forms of meat like beef, pork, and all that. Due to the fact that poultry is still consumed in this vegetarian diet, it is not exactly considered a vegetarian diet.
Next, we have the Mediterranean diet. A Mediterranean diet incorporates healthy living habits of people who live in countries that border the Mediterranean Sea. Examples of these countries include Egypt, France, Greece, and Spain, and this diet varies from country to country. A Mediterranean diet includes veggies, fruits, nuts, cereals, legumes, fish, unsaturated fats, among other things. It usually encourages low consumption of dairy and meat.
Okay, for the last one, we have the Flexitarian diet. Flexitarian comes from the word flexible. So for this type of diet, meat is still consumed, but people are encouraged to eat more fruits, more veggies, and more grains. So people are basically encouraged to try and eat healthy. Due to the fact that meat, poultry, and all that is still consumed, it is not exactly considered a vegetarian diet. And also, due to the fact that this type of diet doesn't have any clear proportions on how much one is supposed to eat. It is considered more of a lifestyle than a diet. If you want to become vegetarian, then I'm here to tell you that you don't have to cut out all the meat, all the fish, and all the eggs at once completely if you're not comfortable doing that. You can start off gradually. For example, you can start off with a Flexitarian diet. So you can try and reduce how much meat you eat in a week and try to focus more on eating veggies, fruits, and try replacing the meat with fish. And then gradually completely stop eating meat and maybe replace it with fish. And then slowly just keep working your way up depending on what your goal is. And also, if your goal is not to become vegetarian or become vegan, but you just want to eat healthy, you can also try and focus on the healthier options. For example, you can try and focus on eating more fish. You can try and focus on eating more fruits and veggies as much as you're still consuming meat. People decide to become vegetarian for different reasons, and whatever your reason is for deciding to become vegetarian, I want to remind you that you got this. You can do this, and there is no one way of doing it. So make this vegetarian diet your own. Don't feel pressured. And you know, sometimes when you tell people that you're vegetarian and then you go ahead and explain to them that, you know, I still have fish, I still have eggs, I still have dairy, people look at you weird. Please don't pay attention to what people say. People always have something to say, so do you. You can literally come up with your own mix that works for you. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If there is any other type of vegetarian diet that I left out, please remind me in the comment section. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.